by now you're living in Malanda, so I guess that was a very hard time for you. I want to know about life in Malanda a little bit.
We stay about 1 week all together. My two brothers, my sister, and me, we stay for 1 week all together, and we had a very wonderful time there with my brother and the kids. Then one of my brothers decided to go and meet my other brother in Bowen. He got business there with all the...
So one of your brothers was Jack or Theo, went to meet Harry.
No, yeah, Jack. He went to meet my brother Harry in Bowen. And we stayed there, me, my brother, and my sister, and then we just tried to do something, and there was much work. We have to make it tents. My brother had a small business there, and then he want us to be all happy, and he make it tents. You're going to work in the house to 1 week, and one other week in change. One working in the shop and one working in the house.
Do you mean you changed over with Thea Maria?
Yeah, with
you
my
two,
sister,
the two
yes.
sisters, the two females with the duties and the chores.
Yeah, and my brother have to make a little bit business for himself. He was a boot maker, and he just put it in the paper to get a little bit work for himself. Then we stayed about maybe 6-7 months, and then he got tired. He couldn't get a good job there, and he left too. And I stayed, me and my sister, with my brother for about 1.5 years. And wasn't no much work there either, and we got tired too. It was a very small town, no shops, nowhere to go, only just one street, nothing else, because it's all farmers. And it was only one family Greek. All the others was Australian. And we didn't understand very much English either. And then some of the young boys, they come around and ask my brother and say, couldn't I take your daughter out? They think we was his daughters. I say, ask them, if she going, you can take it. But inside, no way. He wanted us going away. And then we start being very good friends with my sister-in-law. I mean, dancing around, we're joking around. We have we have very special time there. After a long while, we get tired, and then we decide to go to my other brother in Bowen.
What was his name?
Harry.
Yeah.
And then we don't want to leave my brother. We was very upset. We was very upset to leaving him because he is so kind to us. And we have to go. There was nothing for us there. And then we decided to go and went to Bowen. We stayed there for, say, another 1.5 years. And I don't know, the same time we have to work in very hard, because washing with the hand, scrubbing with the hands, ironing with no very special equipments. And then we had, I don't know, we stayed longer, and then after I got sick, I stay in the house. My sister and my other brother working in the other shop. But when I stay home, my brother Harry was very worried about me. And he always wanted me to go down and have a dinner and this and that, but I didn't like to run around, you know. And I have to do the washing and ironing about 1, 2, 3, 4 people. For us, washing with the hand, iron them, separate them, put them in a place where everybody's in different wardrobe. We live only in one house with a big veranda and big garden. We have very many beautiful trees there. It was nice. Well, I don't know, after how it's happening, I got sick. My nose running, and I didn't know what it was. And then when I see the doctor, he told me I got sinus. Sinus. Yes, and I have to have the operation. And we have no place there to do the operation. I have to go to Mackay in Bifada town. I made a lot of friends there, different nationality, Greeks and everything. I had the operation in the noise in Bowen.
Was that when you had your adenoids out?
Yeah. What I say in
Mackay.
in Mackay. Yes, I stayed there about 10 days, okay, and no eating, no taking food or anything. 10 days, and the doctor started worrying about me. And then he kept asking all the Greek ladies to bring me soup or anything because thinking I don't like the food. No, I didn't, I couldn't eat it. And then after about 10 days, by accident, I have a little bit orange drink. And then I open my eyes. It's funny because orange drink is always good for me, he said. And then I get better, I go out. My brother Harry come in and take me home. He fixed all the doctors and everything. He was supposed to fix it.
When you say fixed, do you mean paid? He looked after everything.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so special.
No. Okay. Then when I went back to Bowen, I stayed for a little while, and my brother decided we take us for holiday. Actually, they want to marry me with his senator, partner. But he was about 20 years older than. 1 minute, I like him. Next minute, no, I don't want him.
Was this the famous George, the very wealthy that owned half of Bowen?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But, well, my brother say, okay, I take you both for holiday to Melbourne, looking around and see what is going on in the world, and then you decide what you're going to do.
Husband shopping.
No, he don't want me to get married. He want me to come back and marry George. See? When I got down there, already, Philip, one of our relatives, he make arrangements to meet another boy down there.
In Melbourne?
In Melbourne. But before we go in there, he asked Philip if he is going to help, my brother is going to help me with money.
Dowry?
Yeah,
Dowry.
Harry and both my brothers. And then he said, get out from here. He kicked him out and he said, that girl, she doesn't worth you to ask for money. And then he going. When
Tell us briefly how you met my dad and why you chose him above all the others down in Melbourne.
When we went to Melbourne to meet the other boy, he just left. And then after that, one of your father's friend, he said, I know someone which stay with us. And he's a good-looking guy, and he's very nice. And then we just introduced him to your sister. And then we decided to have a small dinner at my friend's place. That time she working outside, and we has to stay home, me and my sister, to cook everything for the party. At night time, well, I didn't even know which one or anything like that. At the party, they invited a few more other guests, you know. And when
Were there any other men?
Lot.
A lot?
Yes.
Oh.
And they invited all our relatives and friends from Melbourne to meet us. And then when we had a dinner, they put records to dance. Well, I all start dancing, and everybody asked me to dance. And I saw your father sitting behind and watching, and I said to myself, I didn't even know which one. Dancing with one, dancing with another one, and I kept telling myself, who is the one? They didn't tell me. And anyway, your father was sitting at the back and watching, and I said to myself, poor thing, I think he's just coming out here and left his family. And he was nice and quiet, and I thought he was worried, and I was feeling sorry for him.